For thousands of years, you have been told that you can not, that you don't have to remember the Sabbath, that you don't have to eat righteous and holy, that you can eat the abominable things, that you can celebrate the abominable things, that you can participate in abominations, that you can celebrate like the heathen, that you can say that this is about God, but he said, I don't want the worship of other nations. You have been told that you can do all these things, that you can bring these abominations into your house when his word says otherwise. When the Father has already declared and decreed what you shall do, when you come into a place and they have idols and false worship, he said, go in to destroy them. Remove them utterly, destroy them, pound them down to dust. But yet, your Christian church fathers and your pastors and your bishops and your ministers and your pastors and your preachers and your prophets and your mores and your rabbis have told you that it's done away with. The church is a house of bondage in this season. So if you are constantly seeking a church, I bid you to stop. And what you need to do in this season is to read the word for yourself. The greater work in this season is teaching, because we have to show the people, let the people know, warn the people that what they have believed so long is demonic, is deception, is doctrines, is the doctrines of demons, devils, and unholy men. And because you have a community, you have millions of people in the community of deception, they will strengthen the notion that the doctrine that you have held on to for generations is okay. But the prophets have risen up, and we are telling you that what you are standing in is lukewarmness, and it will lead you to hell. We have to now teach the greater work of the commandments are good and true. You have chewed on New Testament too much without a foundation. You are zealous with no wisdom. You are zealous with no knowledge. And the zealous with no knowledge come up with false doctrines that appease what they think already. You have not been renewed in your mind. Yeah, maybe you let go some really blatant sins, like you're no longer homosexual, you're no longer fornicating, you're no longer participating in zodiac sign and tarot cards, the obvious things. You're not doing that anymore. But you're still lawless in the things, because you're doing opposite of what the Messiah said. He said, those who teach, those who break the least of these shall be least in the kingdom. And all pastors have taught you to break the commandments. So, until you recognize this reality, you will stay in deception. You will have a half-truth. And you will not come to the realization and the revelation of who the Elohim of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is. And you will be okay in your deception, because it's comfortable for you, because you have a community. He's separating. And you have to be okay with being separated for a season, because the flock that you're going with is going right over a cliff. Because that pastor is not sent by the good shepherd. I need y'all to wake up.